What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's Sam here. Today we're back in the garage. We're doing another video on the Gladiator. We're going to be adding some more functionality and some aesthetics to the Gladiator in this episode video thing. So sit back and relax. Hopefully it helps you all out, but let's go ahead and get right into the video. I'm going to roll the intro and then we'll tell you what's going on. Alright, so in this video we are going to be doing a fender chop and we're going to be doing some inner fenders on the front of the Jeep. I actually did the chop a couple weeks ago, so you'll tell that it's different. I'm looking different in the video. It was a lot warmer back then too, because now it's freezing cold, but I just did the inner fender install. I've been waiting on them for a while. Didn't record it because it's not really that crazy of a process. But I'll show you what it looks like at the end. But we will roll the previous footage of me doing the fender chop. I also did the slim light upgrade too for the turn signals and stuff too. We did the American Adventure Labs slim lights, DRLs, and we did the inner fenders on the front. The rear inner fenders are from Savvy. I'm not going to put those in at this moment because it doesn't really need it. I actually have been wheeling with the inner fenders out in the front, but with all the electrical and stuff in the front, I wanted to get that covered up. Anyways, also want to put in here, thank you all so much. 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. Appreciate you all liking, subscribing, liking, hit thumbs up, commenting, all that cool stuff. So we finally got 100,000 subscribers, so thank you all very much. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share it with your other friends so we can get to the next achievement of 200,000 subscribers or 1,000,000 subscribers. One day I'd like for this to be my, job and not have to go to my regular work and actually be able to put time into this. So it took me 5 years of on and off doing this to get to 100,000, but we got there. So on to the next. So I'll roll the footage of the fender chop. Also too, in the fender chop, I didn't put it in there, but I'll put in for the clips, the white clips that get to the fenders. I actually found a good deal on them. They're freaking expensive, but you're gonna need them. I ended up having to break every one of mine clips on mine because mine's a 2020, and by the time of getting to this project, they're just so brittle and stuff. But so I think I'm gonna jump into this and then we'll come back and I'll show you what it looks like after it's all done. So here we go, got my 10 mil, and we're gonna take the bolts out of this thing, and then we'll take the clips out and it should come right out. So let's try that. I'm about to go get a trim tool, so I'm gonna go get that. All right, so we got the 3 10 mils out. We got the fender liner tool here, so we're gonna pop. There's 5 fender clips that you need to pop out around the side here. So you're probably gonna break them when you pull them out, but you won't be needing those anymore after doing this. So let's pop them out, and then you'll be good to go. See, I broke it. So. Looks like there's an extra 10 mil. They said there was only 3. Looks like there's another one. Yeah. The fender liner should come out by itself and hold the fender up. So. There's also clips down here at the bottom that you're going to have to remove. So. Now it should come out just like that. Fender liner out. This will be also a good time if you have the auxiliary battery and you don't want it no more to get it, because it's right here. But so now, after this, we're gonna have to disconnect. There's a wiring harness for the headlight right here, the DRL. Take that off, and then there's only white clips holding it on now, so then you just pull it out. Also, I think you gotta take that bolt out right here too. So let me go ahead and do that real quick. Okay, so after getting all the bolts out and all the things out, we're gonna just should come out pretty simply. I'm gonna use my trim tool here to try to not bust every one of them, but I'm sure it's not gonna be that easy. And like that, you now have no fender. Alright, so here we go. It's out here on the table. We're going to have to take the inner structure out. We're going to have to take the headlight out. We're going to have to take this little trim piece off here. And we're going to have to cut some stuff. Plastic. Let's cut some plastic. So, I got it's a Phillips head. I just grabbed my Milwaukee. You can use a screwdriver if you wanted. Probably better to use a screwdriver because this probably isn't going to come up very easy. Need some pressure. Alright, so that's done, and then you got to flip this up, and then there's some T30 Torx that hold the indicator on, the light on. So grab a T30 and zip these off. Everything in here looks like it's held on by T30s, so. this out. You're also going to need to remove these little push pins on the side here. They should break off, but you could also use a drill bit to get them out, which I probably will do. That way I don't cut myself because I've already done that. So either stick a screwdriver in here and break it, or just drill them out real fast. But the headlight should pop right out of here. That's on. Just take this bracket and forth. I don't know if you got to take the bracket that far apart, but we're doing it. So, and then also too, you got to, like I said, these harness for the headlight, or the turn signal needs to come out, so we're going to do that as well. I'm gonna get a drill bit and I'll be right back. I think it's dirty. But here's the factory one, and here's that one. So that needs to be taken away now. And so now you're gonna take off all this structure here. So these little push clips are gonna be holding it on. So you just have to rip it up and try not to mess with it. Drilling those out really helps push that apart. So, and then dirt everywhere. Take care of this one too. Let me clean up this stuff and then I'll show you the next step. GoPro turn. All right, with all that extra stuff taken out inside, and now you just got your outer part, you want to grab an X-Acto knife, sharp one, super sharp, and you're going to cut off all these little tabs because you don't need them anymore. Be very careful when you're cutting. I've already cut myself, not with the X-Acto knife, but I already cut myself. So, yeah. If you want to, get a heat gun or something, and you can heat up these little pieces of plastic, and that'll also help cut. But we're gonna go ahead and easily, it just come right off. So That's all you're gonna do is just go down through here, cut these off, and then move on to the next step. Be careful doing it because it'll just cut the fender right off, or cut into the fender. Alright, and then you got it. Go through there and clean it up, make it pretty. So, there's some extra stuff. But if you cut too close, it'll get right into the actual fender. So, you gotta be careful cutting. I've already cut into my actual fender. So, and I don't know what that was. I guess that was my, oh, DRL. Cool. But look, see like I did, I cut into the fender. So, but let me pick up that DRL and then we'll make it to the next, go to the next step. Okay, so we got the fender back in here, used up all my clips, and all you have to do is it's 2 bolts to get this on here. We'll get that on here and then we'll hook up the harness. They are 1/2 inch bolts and nuts. Alright, I got it on over here. As you can see, it's very fiddly. You got to make sure that you get those little clips you got to cut off. Make sure they're flush, completely flush. If you don't, the headlight or the DRL will not sit up close to it. So I had to go in there, kind of chip away at it to make the DRL set up in there, and then now it's in there. I dropped it like 4 times, so hopefully it's not broken. But we're gonna see what it looks like with it, what the difference is between one side and the other. So. it looks like it's on, so I don't really like that it's smoked, to be honest. I kind of really like, and you can actually see it on this side. Let's try the hazards out. There are the hazards. You can see this one is sequential, and that one is just a regular turn. So, like I said, I don't really like that it's tinted, honestly. I wish it was clear. So maybe whenever they get some clear ones in stock, I'll buy one and switch it out. But for now, this is what we got. So let me go ahead and do the other one, and because I can't have one full fender and one half fender. Probably not going to get to doing the inner fenders today, so I'll probably have to wait till tomorrow to do that because it's already getting late and I'm getting hungry. So let's go ahead, and because it's going to take me a while to strip down this other fender, so let's go ahead and strip down this other fender and get them both the same. All right, with the fender chop done and the inner fenders done, so you just saw me do the fender chop, and this is what it looks like with the fender chop. So it adds about 3 inches of travel up here. So one of the main reasons I did this is because this Gladiator is only on a 2-inch spring in the front, a Mopar 2-inch lift, and it's on 37s. And whenever you would, with the control arm, with the sway bar disconnected and flexed all the way out, it was getting up into the inner fenders. So with this now, we have 3 more inches before it could get up in here. Also, now the fenders are not one piece. Before, if you had them together, they were one piece. So now we have this piece is all one to itself, and then you have all this room for activities. Like I said, this is American Adventure Labs. I like this style because they actually have quick Zeus little fittings right here, so you can get in and out, this fender in and out really quickly. You didn't have to drill anything, so that was a major plus. All the other ones that I saw, you had to drill up into the fenders and the framework and stuff, and do riv nuts and stuff. You did have to do one riv nut for the Gladiator version, but that was it. So, and then we did the clear DRLs here. Let's see if I can get them to function real quick for you guys. Yeah, there you go. They have the little sequential lights and stuff, but yeah, way better. I was gonna go with smoked, but I like being able to see. I like when you have the daytime running light going on here with the halo, and then this DRL in the same time. Aesthetically, I think that looks great. Also too, I'm just now remembering, did a 24 grill upgrade. Got the Gladiator, or the Gator paint. This is Raptor bed liner, you can tell, and we got the little red accent here. I got this from a company called Yotto Overland, I think it was. I'll put it down right now in there. They did a good job. It was like 400 bucks, I think, but clipped right in there. Like I said, it's got Raptor liner here and Raptor liner down here, and you can do it any way you want from them. So no plug, I mean, they didn't sponsor this or anything, but I just figured that was cool. It adds a little bit of newer to the Jeep, because you know, Jeeps don't really change that much, just maybe a grill or whatever. So we got that there. We got the old grill right over there. If I ever wanted to put it back on, we could do that. But let's go take a look at the back. So the back and the front is, the back was the easiest to take off. So my back one had already kind of fell off when I went full wheeling one time. That was one of the main reasons I did this, is because when it fell off, it was kind of just like dragging. So now if it ever does fall off, I can just take it off and put it out. But anyways, this one is, the only difference between the front and the rear is these ones have 3 bolts right here to take off, and then you can just snap it out. So that's the only difference between the front and the rear. The front has all those bolts up in the middle part. That one only has the bolts attached to the bed there. But so like I said, American Adventure Labs inner fenders and their lights, Yotto Overland grill, 24 and up grill, and then I will put the Savvy rear fenders in eventually. I just don't want to right now. I'm on kind of a time crunch, so we're supposed to be going wheeling here tomorrow, and it's already 5 o'clock, and I need to go get gas, and I need to get the tools put in it and stuff to get it ready for tomorrow, because we're going down to Tennessee to go full wheeling. So wanted to get these inner fenders put in the front so I can deal with that. But also too, I wanted to point out here that American Adventure Labs, you see how mine is cut for the 2.5 Foxes? American Adventure Labs has different options. You can get them powder coated, you can get them cut for Kings, you can get them cut for 2.5s with resis, you can get them cut with Falcon shocks, you can get them all kinds of stuff on their website. I got mine raw because I'm going to eventually paint them black. I think I'm going to paint them black, chassis, like roll cage black. That way if I need to touch them up, I can. If I had them powder coated, I wouldn't be able to touch them up myself, so I want to be able to touch them up myself. But I kind of dig the raw in there. Looks kind of race car. And this right here, I just wrapped, I had some red firecracker red or flame red wrap, and I just wrapped that for now because I want to decide maybe I want to change that color. I was thinking about finding a wrap the same color as the Jeep, which is Gator, but I can't find anything close to it, so we just went with the red to match the tow hook and the the Factor 55 fair lead and the tow hook and the red grill and the red, all the accents on there. But I can already tell you right now, guys, that the fender chop really does help off-road. I took it off-road and I didn't hear a single thing hitting it or the tire hitting the fender. So now, you know, we need 40s now because look, I mean, so much room now. So much room. There's a 40 would fit just perfectly right here, guys. So, you know, 40s, we need them. We need them now. Think about going Mickey 40s, maybe, or not. I might get killed in this if my wife sees this video. So, but anyways, that's the video, guys. Hopefully this helps you all out. That was one of the things when I got the Gladiator, I wanted to do a fender chop. I love the way they look with the fender chop. That's one of the best things about these Rubicons is the fenders, is the 3-piece design or whatever, where you get this high fender and you get all this room, man. That's one of the main things that I loved about this Gladiator and the JLs is that. So yeah, got her done. More capable, better looking, all around good deal. Well, I think this is going to be it for this video, guys. Hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. Comment down below, drop me a comment. What do you think about it? Do you think it looks way better now or looked better before? I definitely like the way that this project is going. I'm gonna do some more stuff to it, guys. I want to do some more aesthetic stuff. I want to get like a blackout for this part right here. Maybe try my hand at wrapping the hood, don't know. But I'm gonna start piling some parts up, guys, for next year, because I want to do some more wheeling next year, because it's getting ready to be winter right now. And now's the time to start piling parts and getting stuff ready for next year, because I want to do some more adventuring next year. I want to do some harder stuff, some new stuff. But now's the time to start building it up for next year. Get some gears in there. I already got the RPM steering, which I'm in love with. You know, it's already got the Y-track Dana 44s. It just needs gears and some axle work. I really want to get a different suspension for it. I don't know what I want yet. I kind of want the RPM long arm kit, but it changed to a 3-link in the front, and I don't know if I want to do that or not, so I might just go metal cloak. I'm not sure yet, guys, but we want to get it up so we can put some beefier tires underneath there, get some different wheels, and get it ready to do some good stuff next year. I want to get this thing out next year and do all kinds of crazy trails. Not crazy trails, but interesting trails, harder trails, technical trails, and see what this Gladiator's got. So, but like I said, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. All that cool stuff. Thanks for 100,000, guys. We're just going to get to 1 million and beyond. So, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.